So I'm here at the Acer booth, and here we can actually have a first look at Assetto Corsa. And with me here is Marco. So since it's the first time for you on the show, please introduce yourself.
Hi everything, I'm Marco Masserutto, production manager at Kuno Simulazioni, and we are here to introduce to this show our current version of Assetto Corsa.
All right, you told me earlier that it was a very late decision for you to come to Gamescom. So what you see here in the background is really the very latest build, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We got the decision to come here thanks to Fanatec and Acer that decide to host our game here at their stand. And this happened less than 1 month ago. So we got in crunch mode just to prepare a version, a playable version of the game to let people to test it and to see it for the first time.
All right, cool. So we're very glad to get a first actual look of the game. Tell me a little bit about Assetto Corsa and what it is all about.
Yeah, Assetto Corsa is a new racing simulation that we are preparing for this late 2012 with laser scan tracks and official licensed cars, and everything mixed together to build a simulation that everyone can appreciate it.
Okay, you already touched on official licenses. What kind of cars and what kind of tracks can we expect?
We got a BMW license with 9 models, and Lotus Cars license, Lotus Classic Team, KTM Crossbow R, and Abarth, Titus, other licenses that will be revealed during the development, and some international and very well-known tracks like Monza, Silverstone, Imola, and Vallelunga. Magione, that is a very little track in Italy, but is very interesting for some gameplay modes that will be introduced later.
All right, cool. Now, when the game started, I saw a lot of options that a driver can choose. He can decide if he wants to be like an amateur or a casual gamer, semi-pro, pro, with different options. What is the idea behind that?
Okay, this is something that we build just for the expo, because in this show we need to be fast, and we need something easier to customize for any different kind of user. So instead to set each single level or driving assistance, we got 3 different profiles in order to match all the expectation and all the different kind of people that will try it. But in the final version of the game, of course, you can choose if you want prepared profiles, but if you want, you can choose any single driving assistance you want or you don't desire when you decide to drive.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what is configurable exactly. I mean, obviously ABS, traction control, what else? I don't know, brakes, suspension?
Yeah, we got the different driving assistance. ABS and traction control is very simple to implement, and we got them already for Ferrari Ultra Academy. And we implemented a new stability system that can be used to limit the consequence or your mistakes when you drive. It doesn't replace the skill needed to drive the car on the track. But for a rookie, it's very good because it improves the stability of the car, telling you what the car is trying to do. So you can set the stability control from 0 to 100 in order to meet your skill. Okay.
Now in the background we see a little demo. I see another car driving, of course. Tell me a little bit about the AI in the game.
Well, this is a very huge challenge for us because it's strange probably, but for us it's the first time that we include artificial intelligence in our production. So we start from the beginning to study and make a lot of research and development in order to be able to do something that can be used, and above all that can be interesting to use. We study a lot about it, because it's not easy at all to perform an artificial intelligence car that can be credible when you drive against it. And the first step has been to get to the artificial intelligence cars the same physics your car had, in order to stay on the track like you, in the same way as you need to drive it.
We've covered artificial intelligence, tracks, and cars to some extent. How about the environment? Weather is always a big question with simulation pros.
Yeah, weather will not be included in the first release of Assetto Corsa, because we have a lot of contents and features that we need to include in the game. We never forget that we are a very little company with 12 people. So the contents we are including in the game are very expensive. Consider the cost of the licenses, the cost of laser scan, and the development itself. So we need to be focused on some very critical aspect of the game, the physics model that must be realistic, absolutely realistic.
All right, so now that we've got assists and cars and tracks a little bit covered, what other kind of special features have you integrated into the game?
Well, Assetto Corsa is also really focused on modding. That is something that a lot of development teams and modders ask so much with Netcar Pro, and we wasn't able to do because Netcar Pro wasn't conceived to be compatible, really compatible with modding. So one of the first aims with Assetto Corsa when we conceived this project has been to be much moddable we can. So before all, it will be possible for users to include, to import their cars and their favorite tracks if they want, with a very simple editor. So they are able to expand Assetto Corsa as they want. And in second, we conceived an interface that can match their needs, whatever they want to do. How it works. And one of the first features is that the main interface has been implemented using HTML. So you can completely change it if you want. You can choose whatever you want to see and to watch while you are driving. Not only the kind of information you want to see, but where you want to see the information on the screen.
So I could have the running times or the lap information position is up in the left top corner, while gears and the speed is in the bottom right. So I could flip those if I wanted to?
Absolutely. If you want, you can change the position of the gear in the middle of the screen, in front of you, in the upper side, whatever you want. And you can mix everything together in order to have your own configuration while you are driving. And Assetto Corsa saves your configuration. So when you restart another session, everything has been changed and saved as you decided before. And you can change everything whenever you want.
Okay, cool. Sounds very exciting. Now another thing I've noticed here on the booth is there are tablets there as well, and I see whenever a race changes that you do something there. What's the deal with the tablets?
The tablet is something that we are using here to avoid the use of flying keyboard and mouse that is not much more comfortable. But it's something that we'll implement also in Assetto Corsa.
All right, so it sounds like it's more of a professional kind of use case there, but I You showed me in a video earlier of a very cool thing where like data, telemetry data from the game was showing up on your smartphone. Was that right?
Exactly. The concept is that you can, or using our apps, or you can develop yours if you have the knowledge needed to do it. And when you get out of the race while you are racing, Assetto Corsa generates a lot of output data. So you can control a lot of things and watching what is happening, and by your smartphone for the telemetry, if you want to mount your smartphone on your steering wheel, and if you want to see tire temperature, tire degrees, tire wearing, or your speed, your RPM, whatever you want, you can do it. There will be an API in order to let people to develop anything they want. You just need a Wi-Fi connection in order to tell to your remote control, tablet or smartphone, the IP or your PC. And when you connect it, it's connected, just this. And then you can decide the kind of information you want to see and to monitor and or to control.
Okay, what platforms do you support? What mobile platforms?
Android, iOS systems, because the application will be compatible with several platforms in order to avoid that you need a specific kind of tablet or smartphone to use it.
Tamiya's extensive lineup of radio-controlled vehicles provides hobbyists with the joy of running exact replicas of their favorite car, tank, or off-road vehicle. Another attraction of these vehicles is their use of high-grade materials, such as nylon resin, carbon fiber, and polycarbonate. With precise mechanical systems, the maintenance and adjustment of the various components, as well as performance upgrading with optional parts, allows for truly competitive racing. For more information about Tamiya, visit us at www.tamiyausa.com. Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. The GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels, including Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
In a video, it's always hard to judge the physics of a game. You actually have to come here to Cologne, for example, and play it, or rely on your words. So tell us a little bit about the physics in the game.
Some racing enthusiasts are scared about the kind of simulation that Assetto Corsa will be. And I understand this. But they haven't to be scared, because I think that in the past we have demonstrated that we want to be focused on simulation. So no doubt about the fact that Assetto Corsa will be a simulation. The difference in comparison with the past is that Assetto Corsa will be accessible for a lot of new users. We just want to take advantage of our realistic physics engine, mixing it with a driving assistant model that can help you to understand the kind of mistakes you are doing in order to let you to improve your experience. And while you improve your experience, you can decide to cut what to cut off. Stability control and ABS, traction control, whatever you want. But we want to be free to do what we want and what we like to do as a racing enthusiast. So we are doing something that can be matchable even for casual gamers or casual racers, and for sim racing hardcore fans.
All right, the fans, of course, usually don't want to race by themselves. What about multiplayer options? Talk a little bit about multiplayer.
Yeah. We start thinking about what was wrong with Netcar Pro multiplayer. The first thing I think is the collision system that must be more stable. And with Assetto Corsa we have a big improvement, because for all the collision system we use the physics, the NVIDIA physics. And this is used also for multiplayer collisions. And we are experimenting some things, and it seems that it worked very fine, very well. So this is the first thing we need to improve. The stability in the legs and the movement of other clients is another task we need to improve. Comparison starting with from Netcar Pro, and in this way even the artificial intelligence can help us to match the movement of the car when there is some lag on the server that can let you to lose the position of the other cars, and also will improve and enlarge the number of clients that can race together in the same server. And we'll have a complete new ranking system, also because we spoke about the output data of Assetto Corsa, then let you to check and take control of any kind of information about the race. So you can organize championships, multiplayer racing, ranking in a lot of different ways, something that with Netcar Pro wasn't possible at all.
All right, so that sounds already all pretty exciting. Now, of course, one of the questions we all have now in our minds is availability. When will it be available?
In late September or early October, benchmark version of Assetto Corsa that is not to be considered a demo. It will not be a demo. It will be just a benchmark to allow us to verify if our new graphics engine works fine, or a huge number of PC configurations. Because it seems that it works fine or our development PCs, but you know, when you try the same thing on 10,000 PCs, you can get a lot of issues that you can get when you try the same engine on a limited number of configurations. So we released this benchmark, we call it technology preview, because it will show the first version, alpha version of Assetto Corsa, and it will be featured just one car on one track. Very simple version, but we are interested to get the feedback of users in order to improve, optimize the physics engine that is completely new. It's not evolution of Netcar Pro or Ferrari Virtual Academy. It has been completely redesigned because we want that Assetto Corsa will stay alive at least for 3-4 years, as happened with Assetto Corsa before. So we decided to get a new DirectX 11 technology that allows us to make the engine improvable in the future.
So Marco, you already said that your company is fairly small compared to some of the other studios out there. How do you manage the licensing in your company?
We started the work on licensing 3 years ago, and the experience with the Ferrari Virtual Academy has pushed us to strongly want to work with official contents instead to come back to fictional ones. And I have some exclusive news for you, because we signed the deal last week, and we are very proud to introduce you the new Pagani Zonda R that will be included in the first version of Assetto Corsa.
Wow, so great news, very exciting brand, and very exciting news about the Zonda being added. Speaking of adding new content, how long does it take you to add a new car like the Zonda into the game?
By the moment we got all the data, we usually need 6 weeks to get the shakedown of the cars, another 2 or 3 weeks to improve any single detail and continue the work on physics. That is the main part of the development of the car. And also with the sound, that is very important in order to understand what the car is doing and what kind of car you are driving. So usually depends by car, but usually we need at least 8 weeks to complete the task. So I think that in early September you will see a finished version of the classic Team Lotus Senna Type 98, and another Lotus car that we are developing in this moment. To see the Pagani, you will have to wait at least the end of September, I think.
All right, cool. We're looking very forward to that. Marco, thank you so much for taking your time here during this very stressful time. I'm sure you appreciate the whole experience here with everybody checking out the title. And yeah, good luck with the development. Thank you again for being a guest on our show, and we're looking forward to Assetto Corsa.
Assetto Corsa.
Assetto Corsa. See, my Italian is as bad as my English, but oh, yeah, that's all right. Does it actually mean something? Assetto Corsa? Is that actually, or is that a fantasy word?
No, in Italian it means race setup, and is used to talk about that kind of cars, even street cars that are that have a setup ready to race. So in Italian it means this word we want to gather an Italian character to our simulation, even if sadly there are very small Italian cars in the game, but we want to get an Italian character to our simulation, so we decided on Assetto Corsa, and we hope you will like it.
Well, we sure will. Thanks again, Marco, for being a guest on our show, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the show.